Hello! I am your host Alex, also known as Solanus Dracone, and welcome back to Skyrim. Here we are in Bree's home, our lovely home, with our new housecarl, Lydia, who's gonna be our heavy, tanky, damagey from now on. We've also got our new husband, Benor. Hello, honey.
Good to see you, dear.
Good to see you, too.
I'll be here, my dear.
And of course, we've also got our sweet little daughters, Sophie and Lucia. Lucia got a fox. Well, I'm sure that's fine. Anyways, I see that we are at level 14. Something wonderful opens up at level 14, and I think that's what we'd like to do today. It's going to be a heck of a challenge, though, because we are talking about going into a dwarven ruin. I am going to kick off the quest Deepest Fathoms, or Unfathomable Depths, or whatever it's called, and that only unlocks at level 14. In order to make use of that, we must head over to Riften. And in Riften, at level 14, if you head out to the docks, right through this door by the blacksmith, it is at this point that this particular character here spawns from Deepest Fathoms.
You must take the Lexicon. Free me of my burden.
Oh?
The memories. I cannot stand them. You must take them away, return them to Avonshenzell. You must take the Lexicon from me. Please, take it now.
Sure, alright.
You must bring it to Avonshenzell. In the west, return it to them. It must go back.
Okay, so she's a little bit loopy, but I want to do this quest. Now, the thing about this quest is, to get started on it, we've got to go a certain distance. Now, we could take the distance heading towards Iverstead and picking up some other points along the way. That would be a little bit longer distance. Or we could head out of Riften in this direction and, eventually get ourselves to Iverstead as well. Since I normally take this road, and I'm kind of trying to use this as an excuse to show off how I would normally do the things, I'll go ahead and take the Helgen route. We won't be terribly far from Avonshenzell. So, just as before, head east along the road from Helgen, and I'll just basically pop in whenever there's something new to do, new to talk about. After heading due east a ways along the road from Helgen, making a very minor twist and or turn, we come to Haymar's Shame, where we'll turn around, hang a left, and start heading north. Ooh. Thalmors. You know what I think about Thalmors? I don't like them. You! Die! I have basically made it my mission to attack any and all Thalmor that I come across. This may be a bad idea on retrospect. Okay, it's fine. And everything worked out in the end. Okay. I don't like Thalmor very much, but they're a good source of elven armor, so I'm going to equip the boots and the gauntlets. That's nice. Now, as well as the helmet, I've got the boots and the gauntlets. That's great. Let's see, what did you have? A soul gem, a completely useless set of robes that I'll just be selling. You again had very little, and I'm expecting, yes, you'll just have more of the same. Not gonna make the switch over to elven armor completely just yet. Hello, dude, what's up?
If you know any true sons and daughters of Skyrim, tell them to head to
God, I helped a Stormcloak. Oh well, you can't win them all, and that give us the join the Stormcloak Rebellion quest. Definitely not gonna be doing that. Moving right along. As you follow the logical path, you'll start to come out of the horribly snowy hills and into some more temperate climates. And there's a little house in the distance that we're going to go ahead and head for. Uh-oh. Whoop, 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 whoop. What is your plan, man? No. Stop the dipping and dodging. You're cramping my style, wolf, with your crazy dipping and dodging. Alright, this shack right here, the Alchemist's Shack. Here is where you can find one of the bugs in a jar, the butterfly in a jar, and as far as I'm aware, it has absolutely no use whatsoever, so I'm not going to be taking it. I don't know what they're for, maybe they're connected to some kind of quest, but I've never heard of it before. So, pretty much everything in this house is free to take, and since I'm still sorta kinda half doing alchemy, then I might as well, you know, take what I can get. Lovely little garden out back here. A bunch of death bells, some spiky grass, red mountain flower and hawk feathers over here. Yeah, it's a nicely kitted out little shack. As long as we're here, I might as well do some alchemy. And we've gained a level from just doing that. Magic is going to keep creeping up. Conjuration is still only at 48. I kind of need it at 50 to be able to use Frost Atronach. It'll be fine. I'll get it up. And of course Lydia levels up. That, followers always level up anyways, just it telling you that they're leveling up is a function of the amazing follower tweaks. So continue along the road towards Helgen. Sorry, it's the road towards Iverstead, not towards Helgen. At about this point you'll see an Imperial camp right there, and that's actually a good idea to go into the Imperial camp. Nothing bad ever happens from wandering randomly into the camps of warring parties. And of course, in any camp, Imperial or Stormcloak, there'll be a quartermaster, and they generally do sell a couple of decent things. Quite a few actually will have enchantments on them, like Sanctified Hunting Bow. That's a good turn undead one. Yeah, it's not bad. Just check in with the quartermasters every once in a while. Now, if we were going to start heading towards Iverstead at this point, which we sort of should, then we would just, you know, basically head directly north past the Bear Cave. But no, I want to start heading towards Avanchanzel. Easiest way is just head east out of the Imperial camp, and we'll hang a little left through this sort of kind of bandit ruin thing here. Konnichiwa, bitches. Excuse me, excuse me. Whoop. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If Benor had this to begin with, Lydia's bringing it home. Oh, you son of a gun. I hate archers. Yeah, I'd like to see you try. God damn it. There you go. Yeah, Lydia, you're gonna have to. Ooh, nice hop. Nice hop, and he got blatted by the Flame Atronach. Wonderful. A little bit of a treasure chest to be found up in this direction. It's just some crap. We'll be selling it. Now that we got that out of the way, we're just going to more or less continue heading in the direction that our map marker indicates. Uh-oh. Oh, hi! Vampires! You don't say. Oh, fudge. That all happened very quickly. So, I guess I'll see you guys back there. Oh yeah, one thing I neglected to mention is that unless you kill all of these guys, you're gonna have a bounty. I didn't see it last time, but basically, yeah, starting an attack against these guys basically piles on a 40 gold bounty. And of course, if you don't kill every last person there as a witness, then it's going to be a 2040 bounty. So, yeah, just be aware when you're randomly attacking people who aren't attacking you, that can start a bounty. By the way, of course, I did switch to daytime, so, you know, better visibility, and there's a chance that those same vampires won't damn spawn again. Uh-oh, something's different. Something's very different. First off, this. Second off, there's a goddamn dragon. Now, I don't know if the dragon's seen me yet, but the bear has definitely seen me. Alright, ooh. So yeah, there was definitely a dragon. Look, there it is. Oh my goodness. Now, this dragon doesn't appear to be hostile at the moment. He's just sort of menacing us a little bit. Oh no, I think, oh crap. You guys now? God, now is not the time. Alright, stability returned, I suppose. This camp cleared out. Good, good. I guess the dragon's gone and decided he was done. Yeah, anytime you're passing near an area where there is a dragon shrine, odds are you're going to have a dragon flying around. And of course, if you go up to the dragon shrine, as I think I've probably mentioned before, then you get a different dragon altogether that's just sitting on the top. And of course, I'm being a lot more liberal with my saves here. So now, let's proceed with our journey, and maybe we can avoid any other strange occurrences. Hi?
Don't go to the Blue Palace. The Master is on vacation. Don't listen to Dervenin. Don't go to the Blue Palace. Watch it!
Okay.
Vacation is where the...
Okay. Alright. Cool. Oh, God. Oh, the mad women. She's telling the truth, though, in reference to Dervenin. Oh, go away. Go away, lady. Dervenin is the dude in Solitude that will give you the quest to actually start off... Oh, for fuck's sake. Will you go away? Are you following me now? You are following me now, aren't you? Do I have to talk to you?
Don't go to vacation. Don't go to vacation.
Okay, I'm just gonna hope that she gets killed on the way, because I don't have time for a mad woman. Ooh, troll. Oh God, she is just following me now. And she's helping out too. God bless you, you'll go at a troll with a knife. Lady, I don't need another companion. Although I am genuinely curious to see if she will come all the way to Avanshanzel with us and of what value she's going to be. Watch her solo like every single dwarven sphere. Watch that happen. Alright, so once you hit the road, then you'll start taking a little bit of a more southeasterly turn, heading towards what seems to be a barrow in the distance. But at some point it is going to kind of shift to the right, and you'll see Avanshanzel. Spider. Hi. No you don't, buddy. No you don't. I just apparently have a new friend now. Yes, I'm sure the Master and Dervenin are very interesting. I wonder, I really do wonder at what point is this crazy woman gonna stop following us. And no, it looks like we'll be going past the barrow. Might as well drop in on it for a quick little travel point here. Angarwund. Ooh.
Is that one of the old ruins?
Yeah, it might very well be one of the old ruins. So what do we got here? Speechcraft, Thistle, and what do Madrasi's notes say? On this Angarwund. Okay, literature. I'm sure I'll be back here at some point. Lady, you've got till Avanshanzel to completely bugger off. If you're not buggered off by Avanshanzel, you are getting soul trapped and you are getting murdered. So you're going to have to take a little bit of a curl around these rocks here in order to get up towards the Avanshanzel approach. But it should not be hard. There's also going to be an orc village over there. That's probably the one getting hounded by giants. Would you believe that sounds like their problem and not mine? And here we are, Avanshanzel. Wonderful, wonderful Avanshanzel that's going to... Oh God, there's a troll now? Lydia. I didn't even get a lesser soul out of it. Oh well, that's fine. Now, again, Avanshanzel. Just climb on up around here, and we will find the entrance. Yes, Lydia, it is a dwarven ruin. Okay, here we are in Avanshanzel. This is going to be the first true challenge of our abilities. I think we might be here a little prematurely, but if I can manage... If I can just manage to get my conjuration up to 40 while I'm here, then we'll have a better shot of it. And of course, as we travel through this area, we're going to see the memories of What's-Her-Face and all of them. And unfortunately, you can't trap the souls of machines because they don't have souls to trap. So you're gonna have to largely rely on your follower and your Atronac for this. But this is kind of why I got the kind of why I got the summoned, conjured, bound sword up a little bit more. Lydia kind of barely made it through 2 dwarven spiders, so I've got concerns. Remember, all of these guys will generally tend to have soul gems on them. Not all, but many. And I might as well drink some dwarven oil so I can discover its effect. You know, if I find enough dwarven oil here, then I'll be able to use it for alchemy, which I really should be done with by this point. Okay, so this is sort of the crossroads room. If you go straight ahead, that's the way forward. Hang a left up here, and that's the way to the exit, actually. But as well as the exit, there's a couple things to loot and a slightly more controlled environment in which to take on a dwarven sphere. Let's see how this really goes. Oh god, it's not going well at all. So far, it is going tits up. Lydia's fallen and she can't get up. Run, run, run. Okay, I'd say we made it through that one pretty well. I'd say that, all things considered, we did fairly okay. So I'm just going to use the little trick. Try and see if I can summon Lydia. I guess it's not like saying Beetlejuice 3 times. Where did you go, Lids? You fell down an awful long way. Oh well, I'm sure we'll be able to get her to catch up with the trick somehow. She might just decide to show up. Dwarven spider! I guess I'm managing okay enough against these guys. That door is barred from the other side. I think I've gotten rid of pretty much all the bugaboos that are hiding around in this upper area. I am going to head upwards for a couple reasons. Number one, if you hang left, then there's a little bit to be had here. If you search a skeleton, it's a little bit of gold. It's not much, but it's something. Okay, it's absolutely nothing. But if you open this door bar and go through this door and then this door, you'll be out on the balcony. And Lydia's caught up with us. Wonderful. The balcony, yeah, that's a good way to get the hell out of there, but there's also a treasure chest over here. And in the treasure chest is really nothing special, but, you know, crossing a load zone is a good way to get a lost follower to catch up, now that I'm not worried about them dying as much. I feel better about our chances versus a single dwarven sphere, but I don't consider it to be 100% yet. Yeah, these are all good things, I'll take them. Watch out for chests on the walls. Sometimes, you know, these Dwemer, they were clever. Let me sneak. Gotta be careful, you don't want to end up pulling two... Oh boy. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You could very well end up pulling 2 dwarven spheres here if you're not careful. Alright, I think we're good. There's the second one. Hello. Lydia, 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 Lydia. Lydia, Lydia, Lydia. Oh my god, Lydia. Okay, good. She's got his attention. I'm arranging myself so that fireballs can hit this guy from behind. Hopefully he's not going to switch his attention to me. One-handed is getting up, which can only be a good thing. And yes, we're surviving these encounters quite nicely. I am pleased. Hello, spider. I just haven't met a spider I like. And why me? Why me? Let's get some light up. Uh-oh. What's down there? Oh, it's just a spider worker. Let's Let's help Lydia out here just a bit. Alright, that situation's under control. Spider workers all up in this room. I think, anyways. I know I didn't kill them. Okay, I'll bite. Trap. Door. That means that it's not the way forward, but there is something in here. And it's just a bit of a treasure room, and if you don't already have Dwarven armor, which I can't imagine why you wouldn't, then there's a full set right there on the floor. I mean, it's just the chest plate, but hey, it's free Dwarven armor. Just little treasure chests on the wall. It's just sort of a storage cupboard. A nice little room to pick up some Dwarven armor if you don't have it already. What killed you guys? Now don't worry, these are not real Dwarven spheres. These are the illusions. These are the ones that are dead. It's perfectly fine. Don't forget that treasure chest. Sometimes there's good stuff in it. And we're heading into the Animonculatory. And this is where things can get a little bit more dire. I'm going to keep my bound sword out at all times. Soul Trap is absolutely 100% useless against robots, whereas this is not. And yeah, there's a spider. I want to get his attention. Let's see, do I don't have any dragon souls, do I? No, I don't. I'd love to get Ice Breath ready to go. Oh boy, here comes the challenge. Let's get rid of the weaker one first. Let's see if we can get the weaker one out of the way. Flame Atronach's already long past dead. Wow, this spider's really holding its own. Oh, death. Alright, that didn't go optimally. That didn't go as well as it possibly could have. Let's see if we'll have better luck on the second try. Let's try a different strategy. You there. Check out that noise. Oh god, no. Well, maybe deal with the sphere first. Nope. The spider definitely is not going to let us be. I'd like you here, please, Flamey. Why did it do that? Boos. Just try to keep out of their range. Okay, oof. Whenever you can manage to get the high ground. Hey, Lids, let's use an opportunity to get our healing up. Alright, all topped up, and we survived that encounter this time. You're gonna have to do quite a bit of dipping and dodging when you're playing this until you've really got a good group down and you can actually afford to put on some decent armor and enchant it with some good enchantments. Then you're gonna be really taking it a lot, right up the butthole. Over here, there's a chest. Nothing really all that useful in it. I suppose I'll take the Imperial Bow of Weariness, but I'm pretty sure I've got stamina drain enchantments already that I can use. This room should be perfectly safe. Of course, if you happen to want a Dwarven bow and some Dwarven arrows, here's a good place to find them if you haven't crafted them already. Which, you know, if you're doing Dwarven smithing, they're pretty damn easy to craft, actually. A door over here, which you should immediately be suspicious of because of these things. So don't ever neglect to undo the traps. And as far as I can recollect, this room is nothing major whatsoever, just a few scrapped things, and there is a book with restoration in here. Ooh, level up. Maybe I got my yes, I did get my conjuration to 50 as a matter of fact. So that means, boom, adept conjuration, which means that I will now be able to make use of my Frost Atronach without it completely draining me entirely. I suppose while I'm in here, I might as well put one rank in Armsman, just because I'm going to begin using my one-handed just a wee bit more. Still, there's some solid Dwemer metal down here if you're into that sort of thing. Again, it can be smelted down into Dwarven ingots, which I'll share it with you here because I'm still working on my melee build is that I'd like a ranged follower, and it seems to me like if you want to have a really good supply of just inexhaustible... Oh, hello. If you want to have a really good supply of inexhaustible arrows, dwarven arrows are kind of the way to go, because you can just make so many. You can make so many dwarven arrows. There are more powerful arrows, but they're harder to find, and they can get expensive if you start to buy them, whereas dwarven arrows are going to be as common as muck, because you can easily get your hands on all sorts of dwarven scrap metal, and you can also pretty easily acquire firewood. So I suppose if you're going to go for an archer build and you want to come as close to unlimited arrows as possible, then you can do worse than dwarven arrows. Don't forget to check these guys up on their shelves in case they happen to have anything decent. Frost Atronach's just a lot bigger and beefier and tankier. He can take more hits. Not many more, mind, but he can take more hits. And of course, as an Atronach, he still does have a small aura of damage. He's generally gonna last better against enemies. Oh god. Whew, barely made it through that one alive. Lydia's gonna regen herself. You just pick up so many soul gems when you're going through Dwarven Ruins. If you happen to be short on soul gems and short on cash, then you can do a lot worse than a Dwarven Ruin. Just, you're gonna have to work for them. Nice little Dwarven helmet on this table in this little closet, just in case you need one. Hello, spider. Yeah, Frost Atronach's gonna do a lot better of a job tanking for you and keeping the enemy's attention and surviving. And of course he does that little slam, which will generally stagger all the enemies around, so that's... You want the Frost Atronach when you can get your hands on him there. Generally in rooms where these guys are holding their conversations, you won't run into any danger. I've never actually done alchemy with Dwarven Oil before, so I'm kind of curious to see what it makes. Oh, this is a fun little room. Basically, it's a room full of Dwarven spiders. If you've got even a little bit of far-reaching on that, you can just send them in there. Lydia will probably just stand there like a lump and do nothing. You would think this would be a safe place to stand, but no, they've got their little zappers. They can reach you up here. Just keep on throwing down whatever Atronach you happen to have, or if you happen to have a Dremora Lord by this point in the game, you've been wasting a little bit of time. If you just keep on tossing your Atronach down there, he will soften them up nicely. Just proximity to the Atronach is going to do damage to these guys. And if he even manages to kill one of them, then any subsequent ones you throw down there are just going to have that much easier of a time of it. See? There's one down. Oh, you made it up here, did you? Well, it's nice to see that my light armor has increased. Lydia! Oh god, I'm in some shit right now. Well, jumping over it almost worked. Wowzers. Yeah, these little guys, if you get them in numbers, they will do you. They will do you in. Lydia, I'm gonna need you to, yeah, there you go. Tossing repeated Atronachs down there is still the way to go. Gonna have to refresh Candlelight. Gonna have to recharge. It's still the way to go because you're generally gonna do more damage over a wider period of things. Yep. And that's the power of this particular playstyle, folks. Let me just double check around here. There was absolutely nothing around there. Alright, down onto the shop floor, pick through whatever it is you killed. Don't forget to have a little poke at the Centurions, because they've generally got good stuff. Like a Dynamo Core, it's a little bit heavy, but it is worth some money. I've never really actually managed to find a thing to use it in, so I tend to just pass them up. But yeah, those guys will tend to have some good stuff in them. Again, if you're in any way, shape, or form trying to be able to make dwarven stuff, then just pick up all the plate metal and scrap metal and solid metal and struts that you can. If you can manage to carry it all, it's actually it's very worthwhile. If you use the mod, it does get the smithing up a lot quicker. And even if you're not using the mod, if you're just crafting dwarven arrows or just any low-cost dwarven stuff, like dwarven bows are actually really easy to craft. You just need one dwarven ingot and one iron ingot, and you can make a pretty decent bow and sell it and, you know, make plenty of profit on that. But carry weight is always going to be a factor. You're never going to be able to 100% clear out all of the scrap metal in a dwarven ruin without seriously overburdening yourself. What would appear to be the home stretch? The boilery. Just saving on top of even autosaves. This particular hallway can be tricky because I've had it happen where you summon an Atronak and they show up below the floor. So be very careful about that. Try to take your enemies one at a time, for now at least. Dwarven Sphere. Dwarven Sphere! You want him to focus his efforts on Lydia first. She's the crunchy one, she's the tank. Frost Atronach's gonna deal some damage. That's how you generally want that to go. You're giving Lydia the heaviest stuff. Once I get up to Orcish armor, I am going to be kitting her out in that stuff because, again, unfortunately, the bonus to Dwarven gear does not apply to my followers. Unless I'm wrong. Please, if I'm wrong, let me know. Is it safe? It's safe. There's a bunch of Dwarven metal ingots over here. I'll go ahead and grab them up, just because this is probably going to be the last time I'm doing any sort of dwarven smithing. I've still got plenty of dwarven ingots in my inventory, and I'll probably just use those coupled with some iron ingots to make a bunch of bows and, you know, have something to sell. But that's going to be covered in the part where I start talking about how I'm doing enchanting. You know, I never figured out how to get back there. It looks like you should be able to. I don't know, maybe that opens up after you've completed the place. I haven't ever come back to check. Oh no, unavoidable trap time. Lydia's probably going to get a little bit hurt here. I'm just going to try to run to the bottom. Woo! And throw the lever. Oh, she is just getting minced. Thankfully, if you throw the lever, then after it's completed one full circuit, it will go back into the ground. Let's check if throwing that lever actually, you know... Nope. I know what happens if I stomp on that. And here's the final thing. Now, don't be alarmed. You're not going to have to face 2 Centurions here. You're going to have to face 1, but not 2. Now, this fight can be a little bit tricky, but I did find a way to actually manage it. So, hopefully I'll be able to duplicate those results, even if Lydia does get kind of... Well, sure, just run on in. I'm gonna do a save before I do this, but... Hey, big guy. Alright, now, as far as I'm aware, if you come up here, aside from his little steam breath, there is no way for this guy to follow you. I'd suggest just stay back here, let your homies wail on him. That steam breath does a huge number on anyone in its path. I need you to be poking at him, Frost Atronach. Maybe I should be healing her. Oh, they just handled that. Well done, my folks. Well done. Alright, let me go ahead and loot the bastard. Don't forget to loot the other Centurion. Everything in this room more or less done. We approach here, and we activate the Lexicon receptacle. Boom! We now have Ancient Knowledge. Under Active Effects, Ancient Knowledge. Knowledge gained from the Lexicon gives you a 25% bonus when wearing Dwarven armor, and blacksmithing increases 15% faster. I also notice I happen to have damage. Oh, I didn't know drinking gave you... Drinking gives you a debuff. How do you like that? I never knew that before. Alright, cool. Let's get the hell out of this place. Obvious chest. And our reward is something we don't need, something we can sell, a scroll. I'll learn oak flesh. I'll never use it. I mean, I probably should, but I'll never use it. Imperial Bow of Shocks and Hunting Bow of Ice. Those are just good for selling. And, of course, Avanchenzel. Here we come. Now, this is going to put us behind a barred door. And that just pretty much has us in the room where we first spotted a Dwarven Sphere and a Dwarven Spider. If we just head up, turn to the right, go out onto the balcony, we can fast travel the HE double hockey sticks out of here. Okay, in Whiterun now. Let's just see what our situation is in. Now, for smithing, we are a little bit off from Orcish smithing, but I do believe we can make that up. I do not have too many things to worry about. I've got plenty of Dwarven metal ingots. And let me double check what the recipe for a Dwarven bow is. Yeah, Dwarven bow is just 1 iron ingot and 2 Dwarven metal ingots. You know what? I'll just go ahead and buy Lydia out. Not Lydia, I'll just buy Adrian here, and possibly her husband, out of all of their iron ingots. All the iron ingots, iron ore, and silver ore bought out. War Maidens is not open for 3 hours. Make that 4. And just buy some more ingots out of Ulfberth. Alright, I am indeed carrying too much to be able to run. Let's see. I should probably sell him some stuff. Alright, we've lightened ourselves up just a bit. Although I imagine we're going to be quite a bit heavier after making a whole bunch of Dwarven bows. I'm just going to try to do my little transmute thing on all of the ore I happen to have and just consolidate it all. Alright, I've converted all the ore into gold and smelted that into gold ingots. I'm going to just make whatever jewelry I can. Just really kind of want to see if I can get my smithing up to 50. And of course all the Dwarven bows in the world, which, oh my god, this is going to put me overweight. Alright, completely out of Dwarven metal ingots. And we've only got our smithing up to 48, which is not bad, actually. It might almost be worth it to see if you can convince Yorland Greymane to give you a bit of smithing extra if you feel like you need to get that up. I'm going to go ahead and have Lydia carry all these bows, and I'm going to actually go ahead and do that. I am going to buy some smithing training from Yorland. Sophie asked me to play a game. I am totally not playing any games. The only game I am playing is Skyrim. And of course we get to see the new Gildergreen sapling. This, it's smaller, but it looks pretty. And you know what? It's something that the town can look at and say, hey, you know what? It's new, it's fresh, and it's definitely ours. It's our generation. So anyways, you head up to Jorvaskr, and then you hang a left, and you'll see those stairs up there. That'll get you to Yorland. Yorland, my good man. Now, normally, he'll give me the option to learn smithing from him, but let me see if I can, I don't know, dialogue him. I'll just buy out his supply of iron ingots and see if I can just dagger my way up to this. Alright, I was able to dagger my way up to level 50. Smithing, that is. And now that I've got that, I will take Orcish smithing, and I think on the next episode we will talk about how to make yourself a nice set of Orcish armor. Get some orichalcum ingot to do that with. But for right now, I'm just going to try and see if I can make my slow, limping way back home and actually get some enchanting done. I can't really put any more with Lydia. She's overburdened as it is. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, as it turns out, Dwarven bows are sort of, maybe you should do them as a one-time thing. They are very heavy, and they're just not worth not worth making so many of. I'm putting up with this because I really don't want to give up any weapons I don't have to at the moment, because I'm really just about to start burning a ton of soul gems on enchantments, and I want to have enough weapons here to be able to enchant all the items. Or rather, I want to run out of soul gems is my goal. I want to get my enchanting up as high as possible. Almost there. I could have turned up into Dragon's Reach, but it would have been the same amount of time, and I want to be in my little home dungeon so that I can do my crafting in peace. Ah, home sweet home. Very slowly we make our way to our basement. Okay, and we're there. Just a few more 100 steps to go. Alright, we have made it. Okay, so, of course, first things first, let's just disenchant anything we are able to disenchant, with the exception of what we're wearing. And now it's basically time to simply go ahead and display how I get my enchanting up. Let's see, how many soul gems do I have? A lot. Now, the grand soul gems and the black soul gem I actually want to hold on to. You don't waste the highest level soul gems, so I'm just going to store them in this chest here. Good, good. And now, it's basically like this. You choose a weapon. Hold on, you choose a weapon. You choose the enchantment. In this case, Absorb Health is going to be the highest amount that is available to us on a weapon, short of the Banished Daedra, which, again, as we've discussed, I can't do. Put it on with the Greater Soul Gem, value of 1150. Boom, that's gotten us one level up. I'm just gonna do the exact same thing in reverse. And repeat ad nauseum until I have completely run out of soul gems, which, as you can see, is going to take a while. Bear in mind that when you get to this particular point, and yes, I know I've got to level up. By the way, it's probably not a bad idea once you hit your 20s on the enchanting to go ahead and level up your enchanting so you can get even more value out of what you're making. But when you get to the point where you can choose how strong the enchantment is, always choose the strongest enchantment. The highest amount of power is going to be what actually gets you the most out of it. We actually ran out of weapons before we ran out of soul gems. We've still got a good, 40-something-ish, yeah, 45 petty soul gems left to do. So what I'm going to do between now and the next episode is I'm just going to go ahead and go around and buy out all the iron ingots and whatnot and just craft up until I've got myself rid of all of the soul gems that I have, and I will keep you up to date. I will tell you what's up on the next episode. So I want to thank everybody for watching. Once again, I am Alex, also known as Solanus Dracone, and this has been Skyrim. Thank you very much and goodbye.